सन्मुसे तेलियरना.
Hello everyone, welcome to our lesson. I am Rafael Banoy.
And I'm Margie Asefi Kojin from the TLE department.
Today, you are going to learn about 5S and how to install and uninstall a computer. In our lesson, you will understand what is 5S, what is 5S and its function. 5S is a systematic form of visual management utilizing everything from floor tape to operations manuals. It is not just about cleanliness or organization. It's all about maximizing efficiency and profit. 5S is a framework that emphasizes the use of a specific mindset and tools to create efficiency and value. It involves observing, analyzing, collaborating, and searching for ways, and also involves the practice of removing waste. What does 5S stand for? 5S refers to 5 Japanese terms used to describe the steps of the 5S system of visual management. Each term starts with an S. In Japanese, the 5 S's are seiri, seiton, seisu, seiketsu, and shitsuke. In English, the 5 S's are translated as sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. And in Filipino term, these are suriin, sinupin, simutin, siguruhin, and sariling kusa. The 5S methodology originated in Japan and was first implemented by the Toyota Motor. Siri or sort or suriin, sort through materials, keeping only the essential items needed to complete tasks. This action involves going through all the contents of a workspace to determine which are needed and which can be removed. Everything that is not used to complete a work process should leave the work area. For example, in a computer shop, if there is a bolo or machete, I think you need to remove that for a reason that you don't need it in fixing your computer. Seiton, set in order, sinupin. Ensure that all items are organized and each item has a designated place. Organize all the items left in the workplace in a logical way so they make tasks easier for workers to complete. This often involves placing items in ergonomic locations where people will not need to bend or make extra movements to reach them. Example, broomstick, rugs, and dustpan are all cleaning materials, so you need to keep all these in one place. Seiso, shine, simutin, proactive efforts to keep workplace areas clean and orderly to ensure purpose-driven work. This means cleaning and maintaining the newly organized workspace that can involve routine tasks such as mopping, dusting, etc., or performing maintenance on machinery, tools, and other equipment. Example, if your computer is covered with dust, you have to clean this immediately. Segetsu, standardize, siguruhin. Create a set of standards for both organization and processes. In essence, this is where you take the first 3 S's and make rules for how and when these tasks will be performed. These standards can involve schedules, charts, lists, etc. Shitsuke, sustain, sariling kusa. Sustain new practices and conduct audits to maintain discipline. This means that the previous 4 S's must be continued over time. This is achieved by developing a sense of discipline in employees who will participate in 5S. Now, after learning the 5S, we are going to discuss the parts of the computer.
What are the 5 parts of a computer? 5 parts of a computer, whether it's a gaming system or a home PC, the 5 main components that make up a typical present-day computer include a motherboard, a central processing unit or CPU, a graphics processing unit or the GPU, also known as a video card, random access memory or the RAM, also known as volatile memory, the storage, the solid-state drive or the SSD, or the hard disk drive or known as HDD. Motherboard. What is a motherboard? All components of a computer communicate through a circuit board called the motherboard. Think of the motherboard as the glue that holds everything else together. The motherboard's video card and central processing unit are contained in an integrated or built-in chipset. Central Processing Unit, or the CPU. The CPU is often called the brain of a computer, thanks to its direct plug connection to the motherboard and communication with all of the computer's other components. Whenever you write a line of code in Python, Java, C++, or any other programming language, it's broken down into assembly language, which is a language that the processor can understand. It fetches the codes and executes these instructions. And that's where the CPU comes in. All the processes a computer handles are taken care of by the CPU. Graphics Processing Unit, or the GPU. It's not uncommon to hear gamers obsess over the next new graphics card, as these graphic cards make it possible for computers to generate the high-end visuals like those found in the many different types of video games. In addition to video games, though, good graphics cards also come in handy for those who rely on images in order to execute their craft, like 3D modelers using resource-intensive software. Graphics cards often communicate directly with the display monitor, meaning a 50,000 pesos graphics card won't be of much use if there isn't a high-end monitor connected to it. Random access memory, or the RAM. RAM, also known as volatile memory, stores data regarding frequently accessed programs and processes. It's called volatile memory because it gets erased every time the computer restarts. RAM helps programs and games start up and close quickly. Storage. All computers need somewhere to store their data. Modern computers either use a hard disk drive or the HDD, or the solid-state drive or the SSD. HDDs are made of an actual disk onto which data is stored. The disk is read by a mechanical arm. HDDs are cheaper than SSDs, but are slowly becoming more and more obsolete. SSDs are like SIM cards. They have no moving parts and are faster than a hard drive because no time is spent waiting for a mechanical arm to find data on a physical location on the disk.
It's wrap-up time!
We're almost done with our lesson. Now let's review what you've learned today.
Today, we said that when you adopt 5S thinking, you make a commitment to put safety, organization, and effectiveness ahead of production, deadlines, profits, and output. The 5S, Seiri, Siton, Seiso, Shikitsu, and Shitsuki, is a system for organizing spaces so work can be performed efficiently, effectively, and safely.
We also discussed the general cleaning tips and the cleaning tools together with the 5 parts of the computer.
That's all for today. Thank you for joining our lesson. Remember to follow the general rules of computer maintenance to keep your devices clean and hygienic.